Hi Libra, welcome your month reading for the month of November, so I guess we can get started. Okay, and we have the discernment. Okay, so that's the keyword for you for November, Libra. Okay, so we'll see what it is about. A lot of kind of like, I get the vibes of the world, maybe working in a group of people, but let's see, like maybe connecting to people in some way. Libra. Okay, and we have the Death reversed. Okay, so that would make sense. So like maybe not wanting to see the reality, I would say. Okay, like running away from reality, trying to hide from what is going on, maybe in overall in the world with our current situation, like not wanting to see those changes that are occurring right now, you know, like not wanting to see. That's why maybe I got the word, like you being concerned with the current situation, you know, but it's just in overall something happening and you just don't want to see that, like include those things that are happening maybe in your life, like changes in your reality. You just don't want to see them, you know. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. Okay, okay, yeah, definitely I see you like maybe hiding away from the world and the people, you know, like yeah, I kind of get the kind of feeling like you might be like concerned with the overall situation in the world. That's why maybe you'll be like calling off meetings with people, you know. It doesn't have to be about what's going on in overall in the world, but just even in your life, like you will just not want to meet up with people, and you would just like be kind of negative about some stuff, like be concerned and see maybe only the negatives, and it might be related to this change or this thing happening around you in your reality, you know, that you're trying to kind of avoid looking at, or you know, like thinking about. Yeah, I just kind of see like a lot of like you being pessimistic, like negative about stuff, like you kind of being scared of losing something. Yeah, a lot of kind of like the feeling of being scared, you know, like maybe playing the victim, you know, like hiding away because you feel like you will lose, in the way like the reality around you, you feel like it's controlling you and your life, you know, and you feel like the more you kind of include it in your reality, the more it's kind of controlling you, you know, the more effect it has on you. That's why you try to avoid it, but at the same time, because of that, you give this thing in your reality more control over you, you know. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, a lot of kind of like hiding away and fighting all the time, you know, like all the time having those conflicts in your mind about this thing that is going on right now in your reality, you know. A lot of kind of this energy of feeling like you will lose, or you know, like this thing, this change, but I don't kind of get the change necessary, but just something happening in your reality that you maybe don't even actually like, you know. you try avoid it, you know, because it has an effect on you, you know. So I'm kind of not getting necessary change, but it might be the change, but you know, necessary, just something happening around you, something in your reality that kind of is unusual and you try to avoid. Yeah, I just kind of see like being on the edge because you all the time have to fight, like defend yourself from something in the way like you have to hide away, or it will kind of control you, you know. But the more you kind of are scared of it controlling you, the more it controls you actually, you know. Okay, but let's get more clarification on that, like what's going on, you know, for Libra. Okay, so let's see, Libra, okay. November for Libra. November for Libra. November for Libra. November for Libra. And we have the 5 of Cups. Okay. So I kind of feel like you may be looking at it from the wrong kind of perspective. There's just something that you overthink all the time, but the solution for it is actually simple, you know? You kind of see maybe everything in too complicated way, you know? Or like maybe you kind of make yourself some illusions, like in the way that you overthink, and your mind is like going crazy over the possibilities of it, like the bad possibilities, like negative thinking, but the truth is like in reality there's no actually like proof for it, you know what I mean? And you actually have to just like let go and think of it in more of a simple, realistic way, you know? Okay, but let's get more clarification. Libra in November. And we have King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it's like this card is kind of telling me about you kind of being too focused on one thing instead of the whole world around you, you know? That's why I kind of got this feeling of a world around you. You know, like you're trying to escape the reality, but once you kind of like close yourself off, you know, you kind of think only about this thing that you don't want to think about, and it's controlling you that way because you don't see the full picture, you know. You should focus instead on other things, you know, because there's maybe more to life to this change that is occurring right now, this unusual thing happening in your life. You're just to focus on it. Okay? Okay, let's get one more card for Libra. November for Libra. And we have the High Priestess and the Lovers. Okay? Okay. So it's kind of telling me like you should kind of like open up to people, or you will be opening up to people. But it's mostly like you should, because I see you like being here, you know, like all the time, like calling over meetings with people and etc., you know. And what you actually need is to kind of go and talk with people, you know, like have this kind of like community around you, like people who you can talk to, because the more you kind of close yourself off, the more crazy you get, you know what I mean? You have to kind of like go more within you, you know, focus on more of you than your ego and kind of the survival mode you're in, you're in, you know, and you know, like talk with people, you know, because if you will just like, you know, sit with your thoughts all the time and you just like, you know, go crazy, you know. It's better to just like talk with people because it will just like calm you down, you know, and show you more of a reality, very realistic kind of perspective, instead of just like sitting in your fears, you know. But also like going within, you know, it's like telling me that you should go within and also talk to people, because right now you are not in any way of a contact with your real self or with people. You are just like all the time in this survival mode, you know, all the time overthinking, and it's not kind of a way of going within you, you know. Okay. Let's get more clarification. Okay, and we have the Emperor reversed. Okay, it's like kind of telling me that you are kind of obsessive over this thing. Like the more you avoid it, the more you focus actually on it, you know what I mean? There's just like a lot of kind of like being overreacting, like that's the word, like overreacting, you know, like being kind of crazy because you will be overreacting too much of it. Okay, so let's get more clarification. My gosh, my cards are going crazy today. I don't know why. Okay. November for Libra. Oh my god, I will go crazy. November for Libra. November for Libra. Okay. Okay, and we have the Sun. Yeah, again, it's like telling me about friendships, you know, about spending time with people, you know, like trying to think more positive in the more of a light way, more of a careless way, you know, not in the way like, you know, go out of the home without a mask on or stuff, if it's about the thing happening in the world, but you know what I mean, like, don't kind of sit only with your negative thoughts and kind of, you know, make up scenarios in your head that might not be realistic, you know. Okay, what else is there for Libra in November? November for Libra. And you have the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, it's the same energy as the Emperor, and it's telling me about kind of like aggression, kind of, you know. I kind of feel like you might be very aggressive, you know. Especially with this Five of Swords reversed, I feel like maybe you will be miserable about something, about maybe you kind of losing something, you know, like you fighting for something, and it's kind of like a lot of kind of like aggression about it, like all the time fighting for something and being really aggressive about this, and maybe not looking, like maybe looking only from your perspective, not being compassionate towards others in that situation, you know. Yeah, it might be also fighting of this change that is going on, you know. That's kind of what I'm now getting. It's kind of like you not being able to accept something, like maybe the failure you experienced, or maybe you are going through and you are kind of fearing it, you know. And I kind of see like being very obsessive about this and kind of like aggressive, you know, like kind of it's kind of too much, you know, like there's too much of it, a lot of kind of aggressive behavior, kind of being even arrogant, you know. Like maybe it's better to kind of let go and just accept this thing, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of aggression and maybe being immature about it. Not such a nice energy. That's why maybe we have the High Priestess here. It's kind of like telling me that you should go within and kind of focus more on your spiritual side instead of like this survival and ego stuff, like, you know, fighting and being aggressive, because I really see her like this kind of obsession over something, over this failure that you experienced, or maybe you are going through, or fearing, you know. Maybe you got tricked, you know, by someone or something, and now you are angry about it, and you really like try to fight it off, you know. And it's not really looking healthy. Okay, but okay, and we have the devil reversed. Yeah, it's like a lot of like house you know, like this energy of kind of being lost, and kind of energy of everything being messy, and, you know, like being kind of in your ego kind of controlling you, like a lot of kind of like aggression, a lot of kind of this type of energy, and I don't like it at all, you know. Okay, let's get one more card. It's like you are completely blinded, you know. That's what this discernment might be about, you know. Like you completely don't listening, and just being blinded and acting only on your ego, on the survival mode, you know, kind of being arrogant about something, like very aggressive, very kind of as I said, being just controlled by ego. And I think like you should like open up and just forgive, you know, like be more optimistic about stuff, be more tolerant. Okay. Yeah, and we have a King of Wands, okay, which is telling me like about being a kind of a good example, you know, like having morals, you know, because I kind of feel like some of you might not be too mature, and like you would just like not act the right way, and it's not kind of the good way to go, you know. So it's something to think about. But let's get some overall energy for Libra for the month of November. Libra in November for Libra. November for Libra. And we have the Angel of Memory reversed. Yeah, it's kind of again telling me about kind of being short-sighted, you know, like seeing only one thing that is happening right now and don't seeing anything around you, you know. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like it's you forgot about all the world around you, about present, about future and past, and you just focus on this one thing right now, you know, and it's making you obsessed, you know. Okay, but let's get some advice for you, Libra. November, okay. And we have compromise. Okay. Yeah, so maybe that's what you should focus on compromising. You don't have to, like, as I said, be so short-sighted and focus on this one thing. Maybe you shouldn't like think in the way of winner or loser, but like maybe compromise with this person or situation if it's possible, you know. You don't have to like fight for being a winner or just accept that you're a loser. Maybe there's a way to kind of compromise it in some way, you know. So that's kind of a good advice, you know. Let's get one more for you, Libra. One more advice message for Libra for November. And yeah, as I said, and we have forgiveness. Yeah, as I said, You should think more in you should just forgive more, you know, like maybe it doesn't have to be all aggressive and stuff, like maybe it's better to let go, you know. And I kind of get this feeling, as I said at the beginning, like this sense of community and like talking with people, you know. So maybe you shouldn't act just on your kind of like survival mode and like be on your ego and like being kind of in this lust, if I say this right, of like kind of desire to be a winner or anything like that, whatever it might be. Maybe just like be more compassionate, as I said, you know. I kind of really get a sense that maybe you should focus more kind of being more in a friendly community, kind of friendly way of being with people than just, you know, in whatever is happening here right now. And yeah, definitely like talk to people, you know, don't sit with that anger and don't kind of let it control you, you know. So yeah, the advice is forgiveness and compromise, okay? So I think like in this situation is a very good advice. However, that's all I got for you, Libra. I hope the reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate this. Yeah, you can subscribe, leave a like, and I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching and have a great month. Take care. Bye bye.